Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about the one book, and actually right now there's the cinema going on, and lots of people are going to watch this movie. But we are going to discuss about this movie, and there's the text. I'm going to send it to you, and we are going to start to read it together and look at some vocabulary is there. And so this is the one book, but actually right now there was being shot the one movie, and so now it's going to be very popular, and we are going to discuss about it. Okay, I'm going to talk about the book, and I'm passing to second page. And this book was written by Emily Bronte, and she lived 1848, was an English novelist and a poet, best known for writing the classic novel Wuthering, which is now considered one of the greatest works of English literature. And the full name is Emily Jane Bronte, born July 30th, 1819 in Taunton, Yorkshire, England, and died December 19, 1848, at the age 30 is very young ages. And so by the way, she has the three famous Bronte sisters, and Charlotte, Emily, and Anne, and so they are really popular. Okay, this is now I'm going to pass to our text. And this is our text, and I'm going to start to read it, and then we're going to answer the questions. Okay, Wuthering Heights, a story of love and revenge. The novel begins when a man named Mr. Lockwood rents a house called Cross Grange. He soon visits his strange neighbor, Heathcliff, who lives in a nearby old house called Wuthering Heights. Lockwood finds the people there unfriendly and mysterious. Later, the housekeeper, Nellie Dean, tells him the long and the tragic story of the people who lived there. As a young boy, Heathcliff was found homeless and was adopted by Mr. Earnshaw, the owner of the Wuthering Heights. Mr. Earnshaw's daughter, Catherine, becomes very close to the Heathcliff, and they spent their childhood exploring the wild moors together. However, Mr. Earnshaw's son, Hindley, hates Heathcliff and treats him badly after their father dies. Heathcliff grows up poor and angry, but his love for Catherine never changes. When Catherine meets Edgar Linton, a rich and a gentleman, she decides to marry him, not because she loves him more than Heathcliff, but because she wants to have a higher social position. Heathcliff overhears her saying it will be degrade her to marry him, and he runs away heartbroken. Catherine marries Edgar, but she becomes ill and unhappy, realizing too late that she truly loves Heathcliff. Years later, Heathcliff returns, now rich and powerful. He wants to take the revenge on everyone who hurt him. He takes the control of the Wuthering Heights by ruining Hindley financially and forcing his son Harrington into poverty. He also marries Edgar's sister Isabella, but he treats her cruelly. When Catherine dies, Heathcliff is devastated and begs her ghost to haunt him forever. He never stops loving her, even though his love has turned into an obsession. The second part of the novel tells the story of the next generation. Catherine's daughter, also named Cathy, meets Heathcliff's weak son, Linton, and is tricked into marrying him. When Linton dies, Heathcliff finally owns both the Wuthering Heights and the Cross Grange. However, Cathy and the Harrington, Hindley's son, eventually grow close, fall in love, breaking the cycle of hate. In the end, Heathcliff dies, and the people believe his spirit is reunited with the Catherines on the moors. The story closes with a sense of the peace and forgiveness after the years of suffering and revenge. Yeah, that is the last paragraph of it. And now I'm passing to my questions, and then we are going to answer them together. Okay? Okay. Wuthering Heights IELTS multiple choice questions. The first question says that, what kind of story is Wuthering Heights? A story about the British royal family. That is not correct. A romantic comedy. No, it is not a comedy. It's like a tragedy. A dark and emotional story of love and revenge. That is the correct answer. And let's pass to the second question. Who tells Mr. Lockwood the story of the Wuthering Heights? They're the house, the person who helping for the household chores, and that person is Nellie Dean. Okay, the correct answer is Nellie Dean. Why does the Catherine decide to marry Edgar Linton instead of Heathcliff? Um, she no longer loves Heathcliff. That is not correct because she loves Heathcliff a lot, but actually she doesn't want to be degraded. She wants to improve her social position, and that is the correct answer. It's going to be question 3 will be B. Okay. Number 4. How does Heathcliff react after hearing the Catherine's words about marriage? He argues with her. That's not correct. He forgives her immediately. That's not correct. He runs away heartbroken. That is the correct answer. Okay, C. What does Heathcliff do when he returns? He becomes a teacher. That's not correct. He seeks revenge on those who wronged him. That is the correct answer. Okay, seek means that in here means that search. Okay, revenge on those who wronged him. That will be answer. Okay, let's do that the second part of the questions. What happens after the Catherine's death? Heathcliff becomes a peaceful and calm. That's not correct. Heathcliff is haunted by grief and obsession. That is the correct one. Okay, grief means that when you lost one of your relatives, and so you are feeling that you're very upset, and the grief is like this. Okay, and number 7. What is the relationship between the Cathy and Harriton? So they are enemies for life? No. They fall in love and they end the cycle of hate. That is the correct answer. Okay. 7 is B. What is suggested about the Heathcliff at the end of the story? He disappears into the sea. That's not correct. His spirit is reunited with the Catherines. That will be the correct answer. I think that is right. Okay. Number 9. The word devastated in the text the most nearly means extremely angry. That's not correct. Deeply shocked and sad. Deeply shocked and sad. Okay, devastated. Number 10. What feeling the best describes the ending of the story? Anger and revenge, fear of guilty, peace and forgiveness. Okay, forgiveness is that there is someone is doing that bad things to you, but you forgive them, right? Forgiveness. Okay, that's going to be the answer. Okay, these are my answers key, and that was really good actually reading paragraph. That reading text. So I really recommend you to watch the movies as well. It's ongoing on right now, and this is the old picture of these movies. Okay, and so there are some important actor and actresses played in this movie, and this is they depend on that they rely on the book which belongs to Emily Bronte, but right now they made it in modern version, so I really recommend you to watch it. Thanks very much, and I feel those things for my niece as well. I hope in the future she can watch them. See you, bye bye, in the next one.